Hey everyone, I'm back again with another world tour video of my old Minecraft world here, and just made it to the 200-hour mark recently of working on this world. It's been 10 months since my last world tour. It's been almost a whole year, but I've been working on this a lot when I felt like it. I've built up a lot more and I was going to show it off again. And then also I thought it'd be cool. I made a meme juice wall of fans here. So, if you want your name to be ever cemented into this Minecraft world, then in the comments tell me that you want your name on the board, and I'll put it on this. And there's not that much room, but I can expand this if more people actually want their name on it, or I could even move it too. But yeah, that you will see your name in the next world tour video of 300 hours of gameplay once I get that done anyway. So first I will let's go see what's over here. Here's one of the bigger buildings I made. Not the first thing, but I thought it had a pretty cool design and everything on the outside here. And I have like lava flowing down the sides, which I thought was a nice detail. But go inside here. Oh, and the redstone door is all messed up. But I should correct that, but yeah. So there's nothing really on the inside of this building yet because I did not know what I wanted to do with it yet, but I'll go up and look around and see what it looks like up here and look at the better view here. So you can get a kind of good view of all the buildings I've made. And then way in the back you can see that huge building. I'll show you all that later near the end of the video. It's probably the best thing I've made so far in this world. And then I'll go ahead and walk up the stairs again. So I think I showed some of the stuff off too in my first world tour video, but we can all look at it again real quick. So yeah, this is just what this part looks like. I think it looks interesting in here, the way I made it. And then here is the top level here. You can get an even better view of around and everything. But we'll go look at all these buildings individually. Let's head back down the stairs here. I'll probably fill this building in with more stuff eventually when I feel like it, but I usually make one thing and then I'm like, oh, start thinking of the next thing I want to do and get on to the rest. I did have some stuff in here, but then I kind of was like, oh, I don't like it, and then I removed it. Oh, here's some sheep. I always shear these when I see them because wool is hard to come by. Especially brown wool. I just got lucky and saw a rare brown sheep. But yeah, on this version of the game, you cannot breed sheep, and they also do not regrow their wool, so you just kind of have to shear them whenever you see it. So yeah, I have this empty space right here. I left this empty because I might make a big gate going out that way once I start expanding more that way. So I did not place anything here quite yet, but I could easily do something there. And then here is an unfinished one of the earlier houses I made. And I just put some fountains in it since last time and a stairway going up to it. This was going to be my main house, but then like after I started making it, I was kind of like, I don't really like it that much. So it's not even exactly finished yet, but I will be finishing this eventually and filling everything in. And then I started also making this earlier in the game and then realized, oh, I don't really have all the resources that I need to finish it, so remained unfinished so far. But I do kind of like the way it looks, but I don't think it would make the greatest like main base with how I want to store all my stuff and everything. And here is the actual first house I made. It looks like total garbage, and after I made this started thinking a lot more about how I was gonna make my stuff, but I don't think I ever put anything in this because I was like, oh yeah, I'll probably destroy this eventually. So yeah, it just looks like this. And then here's the second house I made. Kinda a little bit strange looking, but still nicer, I think. And this is like where my main base of operations was in the game for a long time. This is like where my main cave system was down here, but I removed all the chests and everything and moved it to a different area. Oh, and here's my auto cobblestone generator. I actually never really use this anymore because it just degrades things too fast, but you can just stand here and mine stone forever if you just hold down like the mouse button. But yeah, I've hardly ever used that. I'll go back up here. And then I kind of removed everything that I had in this house too, since this isn't my main area anymore. But up here I still have like the bed and some chests with some junk in it. Probably take that back to my main base eventually if I need any of this stuff. And then here's like a porch. Get another nice view of the city slash town. And over here is all the untamed oceans and land that I may expand to in the future. But first I'm planning on expanding this way and this way, the ways I'm looking before I go over there. But I might make a desert type village over there eventually, since there's a desert close by right there. I want to make in the long term on this world a more like wintry village and then a desert village, because on this old Minecraft version we got basically 2 biomes, or 3 biomes I mean. Got like the plains slash hills, and then there's winter and desert, and that's really it. Oh, so yeah, this is the other side of this house that I was in earlier. And there's just a little bit of areas with nothing here. And here's a simple design I made for a small tree. I'm sure someone else has came up with this design before. It's pretty basic, but yeah, small little tree design right there. And then here's like the third house that I made. It's got a little lookout over here. You can see the oceans and a little bit. That area over there with the sand and the squares and the floating glass was my original tree farm, but I moved it inside the wall because I couldn't go out there at night and stuff and kept having to come in and sleep, and I just liked it, the tree farm being in the wall better. So yeah, let's move on to the next area. But yeah, after I made all that, I then made this thing. Spent a lot of time thinking about and designing it, but that was the building I was in earlier at the start. So I could walk over here, and decided to make like a park area here with a fountain. And then I have a bit of room here, but I don't know exactly what I'll make yet. It's kind of like too small for a house, unfortunately. And then yeah, here's a random tree just to fill in this little spot that I had. And here we got a basic sugarcane farm. I could make one that automatically farms sugarcane, but I don't really care that much to do that. I don't think I need that much sugarcane, but I do plan on making a giant library eventually, so I've been collecting some of it. And then this is my giant tower. I made this pretty soon too. It's inspired by a tower that I made back when I used to play Minecraft on the Xbox 360, and it has like those jetting out areas you can see at the top, so you can kind of look out everywhere. But I'll go up to the top and then we can all see what it looks like. I'll probably fast forward through this walking up the stairs part. So here's the top floor. Second to top floor anyway. Then you can walk up here. Looks pretty cool up here. You can walk over and see mostly everything. This area over here is where I'm going to expand to next. For the last like 10 hours or so, I was working on flattening out a bunch of land, and I'm going to leave some of it more hilly over here because I want to build houses on those hills too, instead of just having everything flat. But I'll go over there later, and I guess we can just take a look at it. So I'll head back down the stairs again. Okay, so this house here, I call my sugarcane house just because after I farm all the sugarcane, I store it in here, and then I also make a lot of it into books so I can use in bookshelves later. Oh, and real quick, I'm going to turn on turn off smooth lighting so we can see what that's like. I think it has a bit of an interesting old school vibe when you turn off smooth lighting, especially at night. I think it during the days, having smooth lighting off looks kind of lame, but it looks pretty interesting at night, honestly. I'm not sure if I like it on or off better, but it's definitely a different look. So here in this chest, you can just see a bunch of sugarcane I collected and books and everything. Here's some junk. And we can go up here. And nothing up here. It's got a bed here. So now I can also go out this way. Oh, and so right here is my board of ideas. So I'm just writing down things that I want to make in the future, more like large scale projects that I want to make. And if anyone else has any ideas for cool things that I want to make, or that I can make, you can let me know in the comments and I might write them down on here. Just think of more large scale projects. Like here we got the Black Knight's Fortress. I'm planning to make a giant black castle eventually, but I have to collect a ton of black wool for that, which I've been slowly doing. So that's just one thing. And then same thing with the White Knight's Fortress, but with white wool. But yeah, here's a small tower that I made right here. We can walk to the top because this is kind of like near the middle of everything that I have right now. So gives a pretty decent view of everything. Yeah, it looks pretty neat at night here. I can see one cow hopping around, and that is it. Not a lot of animals spawn in here anymore now that like most of the grass is gone, but sometimes they do. And it's also should be completely safe inside these walls from mobs spawning. Haven't seen any spawn yet anyway, and I've walked around here a ton. So I'll go back here. Here's a nice looking white house that I made. Some like shrubbery in front of it. Oh, and back here is where Squidward's dead body was buried before, but I moved it and dug up his body and moved it, so we'll see where that's buried at later. I made him a new burial. But yeah, I'll go inside this house, and then finally something has a bit of interior in it. Yeah, I just put some stuff out there. There's a workbench and then small bedroom. I really liked the design I made for this house. I think it looks nice. And then here's another house design that I made that I really like too. Small but basic. And here you can see there's just like a chest area, crafting area. And then I've been keeping some bread in here because I've been harvesting wheat in the back. One thing I like about this is I really don't need that much food, so I don't have to waste time farming a lot and doing all that stuff. So here I was gonna make a basement, like stairway going down, but just didn't do that yet. I don't know if I ever will. And then upstairs, here's a small, cozy bedroom. So then you can go up back here and a nice looking garden with some wheat and trees and everything. And then I had some cactuses here, but kept hurting myself on them, so I got rid of them. But I think this would be like a nice starter house for like survival mode probably. And then have like a garden in the back of it. And then I'll go in this house right here. It's similar to that other one I just made. Looks a little bit different. But this one's a little bit roomier. And you can have like made like a chest area over here. And then small hangout patio right here. Because I had a bit of room. Okay, and then upstairs here, just another chill hangout area, and then a bedroom. Okay, I will go in these buildings next. So this building here I made like purely just because I needed some space right here, and this is what fit perfectly well in here. And then there's still some space here. I'll probably put like some fountains here or something. Fountains are always like a good way to just fill in space. As you can see, here's a fountain here. Just had this square area here, and I thought it'd be good to plop a fountain down right there. But there's nothing in here. I can fill this in and make it look nicer later. That's what it looks like in there. Okay, I'm gonna turn smooth lighting back on now that it is daytime. I think smooth lighting looks better during the day. Oh, and this is my main base of operations. It is a similar design to that one building over there. I wanted to eventually make this like a tower that goes up to the max height, so that would look really cool. But I don't know if I'll ever keep this as my like main base. It looks kind of cool in here, but I'm not sure if I want this to be like my forever home in the game. So I might make some kind of new house again. I'm just indecisive. But yeah, here's some wool that I've been collecting and also keeping dyes in here. And in this version of the game, lapis is blue dye. You just put that on a sheep and turn it blue, so that's why that's all in here. So this is, yeah, some of the wool I've collected. I got a few in here. Here's my stack of brown wool, the rarest wool in this version of the game, because the only way you can get it is to either find a brown sheep or get cocoa beans and dye a sheep brown. And it's hard to find cocoa beans and brown sheep. So here's a few bricks and mossy cobblestone I've gathered from monster spawners and then mining clay. Haven't tried to get a bunch of bricks yet, but hopefully I'll make a brick house eventually. And then I think I got these from monster spawners, and I've killed a lot of slime, so I should have enough slime for the rest of the time I play this probably. Here's just some food that I've been collecting, but I don't really need very much food. And here's a box of degraded pickaxes that I have been collecting. It's almost full now. So as you can see, I've used about this many pickaxes, and then I have some axes in here. But I've definitely also died and lost a few diamond pickaxes, and then I think I accidentally broke a few also. So yeah, I've done a lot of mining, as you can see, to get all the stone and everything that I need for all this. And then here's just a little furnace area, and then there's a bed in here. But yeah, this house doesn't look like grand enough for my liking, so I will make another base of operations soon and make it look even better. And then here's another giant furnace area. Looks like I was smelting some stone before. This is about as much furnaces as that I will probably need to smelt things. And then here's an unlit nether portal. I've been playing for 200 hours and have yet to go into the nether. I will do that eventually, but really the only thing I want in there is some glowstone, and glowstone really looks nice in a lot of particular instances, but I literally just never got around to going into the nether. And then I also want to make once I make a new base of operations, I want to make a bigger grand entrance into another portal too, because this is kind of lame. Okay, so here is like my main storage area for now, but I'll probably move all this eventually. There's just some tools I have in here, and pile of torches. And then here's where I'm storing all my stone stuff. I think I had all these chests filled at one point, but now it's just down to those two. And I don't... So yeah, I only have one chest full of cobblestone and then a 1/4. Then yeah, there's a bit of stuff in here. Yeah, I'll have to go mining again before my next 300 hours. Or my next 100 hours, I mean. I get a bunch of more stone. And here's where I'm keeping wooden stuff and leaves. So I have a decent amount of wood, but not like a giant amount. And then usually if I just have some extra wooden stuff in my inventory, I'll just chuck it in here. I do have some spruce wood too. I've barely used any spruce wood yet, but there's no spruce wood planks on this version of the game. If you turn spruce logs or spruce woods into planks, they just become regular planks. So I only got spruce logs to work with. Now here's some of my sand that'll turn into glass, hopefully. There's a gravel and flint and dirt and a bunch of stuff. I had a ton of dirt, but I used it to fill in a bunch of ground, a bunch of waters to expand the land. Here's a few monster loot I've been collecting. I do have a skeleton spawner that I have like farmed, and it automatically kills skeletons. It gives me the bones in the arrows, but that's a bit far away, so we're not gonna go look at that. Oh, and here's all my like main ores and stuff. So I got 2 stacks of diamonds, and then I have like some more up front, so I'm doing pretty good on diamonds, honestly. I got a ton of iron. I'm trying not to use the iron because I thought eventually I will make some kind of house or something out of like actual iron blocks. But I'll need a lot for that, because 9 iron makes 1 block. And then maybe I'll do that with gold too, but I'm also saving the gold to make railroads or something like that. And then here's a bunch of coal that I have. A decent amount. And here's some redstone. I kind of just stopped collecting redstone at this point because I won't ever need that much. When I see it, I just ignore it because it takes so long to mine on this version. So go back up now. It's enough of my supplies. And see, what do I want to look at next? Oh yeah, I'll go over here. 2 buildings over here that we did not see yet. So I had some extra sandstone, so I just decided, oh, I want to make something out of sandstone. I made kind of like a restaurant type of thing. There's like tables, and that's supposed to be a TV with like speakers on it. It looks like a older TV from the 2000s because it's not flat. And then here's a small pool with a bunch of chairs around it and everything. And then there's like a nice porch to hang out on up here. And another like restaurant area. And another patio. Oh, and here's what the inside of these walls look like. They're just plain. They're 5x5 wide, and then you can have a 3x3 area to walk down. I might put flooring in those eventually, but it's not a big priority for me. Oh, and here's really the only way to get onto the wall right now. There's this stairway that starts right here. Then you can walk around the whole wall and everything. So here's another small white house that I made. It's got a few things in it. And upstairs a nice little bedroom. I have a basement, I don't think I put anything in it. Yeah, it's just empty. There's a bed back there. And then we got a little area here in the back of it too. Just like connecting things to fill in the space here. Yeah, we've already seen everything over here, so gotta go this way again. And as you've all probably noticed, I've been trying to put a lot of greenery and bushes around, and I have to put logs under all these too, so these leaves don't disappear. I've been trying to make all the smaller details look nice. And I decided to make the pathways out of cobblestone, as you can all see. I've seen a lot of people do gravel, but I think gravel looks kind of ugly, and I'm not a big fan of the sound it makes when you walk on it, so I just went with cobblestone, the same as my walls over there, and they look good to me. So here's a pretty big house I made. Spent a while thinking about the design of this, and I think it looks pretty nice. I think it looks kind of like an old colonial type of house, honestly. I can't remember if I said that about my sugarcane house over there, but I thought it looks kind of like an old colonial house as well. So inside here's just a chest area, dining room. There's like a lounge, and got a kitchen type area back here. Right now the whole floor is smooth stone, but probably change that if I got around to it, because the whole smooth stone thing doesn't look that great, honestly. So then upstairs here, it's a hangout area or something. You can look out the windows. And then over here, it's like a hallway going around. I like the way I made the hallways look over here. And you can stand on these and see out these windows a little bit. Now, and the sun's going down again. Over here is a odd looking stairway. And nothing up here, but I might put like a library up here eventually, maybe. So there's one more room right here. This is going to be the bedroom, but I didn't put the beds in here yet. And then you can go up this spiral here, up this ladder. There's like a cool area up here. This is the very top of the roof. You can look out the top and see the sky. Over here, I have the tree farm that I put inside here, and I put some smaller trees as decorations out in front of it. Yeah, this is what it looks like in here. Just a bunch of trees and separated by the sand. I just made the sand around it so I can more easily see where I need to plant the saplings after I chop them down. So yeah, I got a ton of bone meal and saplings in here. This basic building right here is basic looking because it is just a cactus farm. I did not invent this, but I saw one on the internet and I made a cactus farm so I can get green dyes when I need them. And then there is a hidden building back in this corner. And I raised it up on this platform a little bit. I think it made it look kind of nice this way. And then put like trees and a garden around it. Add some greenery and some smaller looking details. So here's a small room right here. Probably would put chests in here. And then a small like garden. I think this would also be like a good house for like a starting survival world to create. And then we can go upstairs. So this is supposed to be like the bedroom, but I didn't put a bed in here yet, I guess. So let me think here. I believe we saw everything within the walls here. So now it's time for the best part, and we get to see what this giant building is back here. I guess my wall is broken all of a sudden, even though it worked completely fine before, but alright, I guess I will just mine through it then. That is strange. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, great. I wanted to make it have two levers so like mobs wouldn't come and step on it on the pressure plates and like open it up and everything. But it should be pretty safe out here from monsters because I lit up a lot of this area over here. Hopefully it is. Some over there I can see. But here is the biggest project I worked on this map, and it is Squidward's burial. It's a giant mausoleum to honor Squidward. I felt bad about killing him so much on my funny video edits and memes or whatever you want to call them, so I thought I should make him a giant burial to honor his death. So yeah, if you look up at the top too, it's dark up there. I thought it would look cool to keep it kind of dark looking up there, but there's like no platforms for monsters to spawn on, so nothing should be able to spawn. I think it took me like 30 hours or something to make this, and definitely a lot of supplies to gather. It's a big project. And then here's where Squidward is buried. So you can see here lies Squidward. And then here you can leave an offering so Squidward's spirit won't get mad. Put in ink sacks because Squidward's a squid and he likes ink. So yeah, there's that. I can go look at the area real quick that I am developing for my next place to build buildings. Put torches everywhere. Hope there's no monsters around. So I dug out a ton of land and flattened it, and then I'm keeping some hilly areas to build houses on in the future. And here's just like my temporary shack that I've been sleeping in so I can quickly get up on the next day and start digging and placing blocks. But I'm going to destroy this eventually and put better houses and stuff here. But I just have a bunch of sand and stuff I've been collecting. There would be way more, but after I harvest it or mine it, shovel it, whatever, then I was placing it all over here. Some of these were as far as like 4 blocks deep of water, and I was getting rid of all the water to put land over here. And this new area is really big. It's probably like twice as big as my last area behind those walls over there, but I plan to expand the walls going this way and all the way over there and start building like a new village of a bunch of houses that I like in here. So I'll walk over a little bit this way and just see how far it expands, except I don't have all of the area over here filled in yet, and I still have to put in torches. A sheep just got murdered. Here's some coal that looks like it's on the surface, but there's a hill here and I dug it out, so now it's right there. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of monsters over there. So I plan to make the walls go out further. You can see this line of dirt here. I'll be filling in all this area with dirt and then all that way, dirt and sand anyway. So I'll probably need to actually collect more dirt from somewhere, so I might flatten some hills or flatten somewhere else. But yeah, I think I'll make like a giant nice looking village city slash thing, and then after I finish that I'll start getting on to more of the big mega projects like I was talking about earlier, like the Black Knight's Fortress, and then I want to make a giant library and everything too. But that's it for my 200-hour world tour. I hope everyone enjoyed, and anything you want to see me build, let me know in the comments, and I will also be making more of my regular content again, uploading more frequently anyway, with my memes and video edits that I make. But anyway, have a good one everyone.